Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 20 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to finish everything. We added the sheets and I showed you how to create them. Now we're ready to place it to Twinmotion. But before we do that, you will need to put this one into 3D, make sure find and save it. And then after that, go to Twinmotion plugin and click on See in Twinmotion. Wait for it to synchronize. So once it's synchronized, you click on New Project and then press OK and it will synchronize again. And once it does, we have something that looks like this. So now, before we start, we need to save this first. So let's save as and save it to the location that we want to. And then once it's saved, now let's go back here under burger menu and then click on sign in Twinmotion. And then because all of my information is already added, I just simply just sign in. Let's go to settings, and here in settings we have to go to cameras, and this is very important. You want to make parallelism turn on, and then visual effects, go to color gradient and click on none, and then we have blue tint right here. So the visual effects is optional, the camera parallelism is important. So after this, now let's go to our burger menu right here. We have our materials, and usually what I do is click on glass, and then here we have two-sided glass. We have something right here that means it's overlapping. So what I'm gonna do is we need to go back to Revit. So I need to go back to Revit just to fix this one because I don't want that blinking part. So I'm gonna edit this, edit in place, edit, extrusion, and let's go to ground, and right about here I just want to create something that looks like this. So it's just something so that it doesn't keep on blinking. And then now we can SL and then TR, trim and extend, on those parts. And then click finish again, go back to 3D, click on finish right here, and as you can see, everything is lining up properly. We need to save it again and save it, go back to Twinmotion, and then click on See in Twinmotion again. And then after that, let's see if this one is done. I want to go back right here, See in Twinmotion, and for some reason it doesn't update, so I'm gonna double check it again. So I think the reason for that is I just need to place it right here, AL, the top right here, and then right there. So that one will fix it, save it again, and See in Twinmotion. There we go. So now everything is lining up properly, and for some reason some of the lights here are not showing up. So I'm gonna investigate that as well. So I need to go back to Revit. So the issue that I saw is actually it was on level 1. So that's why it's not showing up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it to level 2 and probably offset that afterwards. Pick this one right here and place it on this. Go to level 1 and basically eyeball this to line up. I think this is good enough. And then as you can see, everything is there again. So save it. So for some reason, it was added on that part. And it's still blinking because it's still under there. So here it's minus 200 on level 2. This one is level 1 but 2800 from there. So this one needs to be mine just above that. So now it's fixed. I just put it in level 2, save it, and see it in Twinmotion again. There we go. It's not blinking anymore, and I think it's good and it's lining up. So now I put two-sided, put 50 opacity, and then in terms of color, I kind of like to make it dark a bit. Then after that, go back and choose pick, and then I want this one to be black and reflection to turn on. Make it a bit black but reflection because this is metal. And then here, one of the materials that we need to check here is this one. It needs to be metal and reflection. And then material that we need to use is neon for this, and we need to add it there. So same thing, we need that, and we can just add it that one. In terms of this is the gate, so we can turn on and then go back to put in some reflection, and as you can see, it looks nicer. In here we have some stones that we could use, and I'll probably use this one, this stone, and let's add those stones right there as well, and that looks good. And then slate on the top right here. I'm happy with that. And then we have stack stone right here, and we want a material, so here let's put in the scale for that. I also want this one to have a darker color. That's okay on that. And then here I want it to be wood. I want something that looks like this, which is I want that one right there, reflection to turn on because it's an exterior and I want it to be shiny. And then in terms of the one right here, Let's use one of the veneer. I think mahogany is good, or this one, something different. I'll use this one instead. I think that looks clean. Okay. And then in terms right here, maybe we could put this one right here. Change the orientation to 90 and increase. That's good enough. So 3 different wood. We have a plank wood and 2 veneer woods. I'm still thinking if we should do something right here, a like a brown material instead, or a black or gray material. So let's look at the satin, and then we could put in a gray material. That looks good as well, but in terms of a wow factor, we have this one really good. Maybe if we check Quixel Megascan and go to plaster, painted, and one of the stucco facade, and let's try this one. This one looks good as well. Increase this. And increase the scale right here. Something nice. And I'm happy with the way this one looks. So I'm happy with that. So now after this, let's go and select concrete right here. Let's go to ground, man-made, and we could do concrete here and the same concrete right here. I think that's good enough. And then what we can do is concrete there, and then we could use a concrete again here to change it up. And here we need something like this. Maybe this wave. I'm going to change the orientation to 180. And I'm happy with that. That looks good. I like the glass portion of this. We can have an image that is going right there. I want some grass here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this, go back to Revit, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this, edit this boundary up to only this, and here CS, put it in ground, and create this right here. Click on finish, go to 3D. I'm gonna edit this. There we go. I think I'm happy with that. One more thing, go to modify. I just want to add all of this right here. So what I'm gonna do is click on paint, paint stripe, might as well clean this up. There we go. I think we have one right here. This is a rigid insulation. I just want it to be cleaned. There we go. And then on this part we have is it soft lumber? No, not soft lumber. This one is plywood sheeting. So that one, we'll clean that up. There we go, right there. And clean that up right there. And also on this part. Okay, I think that's good enough. And I believe I have that one right there. And I think I'm good. Save it again. Go back to Twinmotion, plug in, and see in Twinmotion. And not sure what happened to the grass part. For some reason it didn't show. Let me go back again. Save this first. And go back to Twinmotion. This is 0 from the ground. This is 20 from the ground. So make it 0. Offset. Okay. And then now save it again. And see in Twinmotion. There we go. It appeared. And this one is cleaned. And let's not forget we have this, and that looks good. also on this side. Then what I'm gonna do next is basically going right here, click on lighting, dynamic, and then skylight HDRI. So now let's click here, HDRI, and then outdoor. And let's use Tiergarten, add it right here. And actually, let's undo that. We need to select backdrop instead. And then go to more and then load T garden. And then here we need to offset this one right here. We can increase the size a little bit, something like that, and rotate it. We want the light to shine like that. Something like that would be good. Intensity. Something that looks like that. And as you can see, it shows the texture quite good. You can go to more shading if you want. I'm happy with the way it looks now. And we could, in the next video, we could add in the grass and the trees around. So thank you for watching and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.